Hi everyone, I am here to share the junk journal that I've been working on over the last few weeks, and I don't have a wrap or anything for it yet, but I have this doily that I wanted to make something with, so I just kind of have it wrapped in there for now very loosely. But this is the journal, and I know you've seen the cover because I did in part 4, I decorated the cover and made some of these flowers. I have gone back and I've added some things inside, so I just wanted to share that with you, and I actually changed one of the tags just a bit. So this journal is made with vintage papers, antique papers, and also digitals from the French Curiosa collection from Jenifer, who's a Trace of Sparkle, and I'll leave that information below. I did also pull one collection, and gosh, I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name of it now, but I'll link it below. It's like Vintage Pirouette Christmas or something like that, and I took a couple of the tags that were really pretty from there. So I just wanted to do a final flip through and say thank you so much for watching the series with me. So I did line the inside front cover with this really wide French lace that is really, really pretty. And I got the idea from Jeanette. Jeanette used this wide lace to do the total, the outside cover of her book. And it was so beautiful that I really wanted to use this in this project. And so this is the tag that I created a while ago in one of the videos. And I just wanted to have a place to put that tag. And so I am gonna do that here on the front cover. So here's the tag. I was going to glue something to this side of the onion skin because I really wanted it to be a bit more sturdy, but I decided to leave it because I was torn on whether or not I wanted to do that. I love the way that you can see through, so I wasn't quite ready to do that. And also I am planning to sell this journal here, so I didn't want to do that in case the person who's purchasing it would like to just have this as like a see-through part. So here is one of the vintage or the antique ledger pages, and there's some lace on the edge. I added this. This is something that I've added since the last videos that I've done. I just have a piece of French stretch lace, and I've put just a little cluster here of some various things and added in a few little goodies here. So this is just a vintage, an antique ledger page. This is an antique book page, and I just did some watercolor on there. And this is a photocopy of an antique cabinet card. Look at those little girls, they're so sweet. And I just have them kind of tucked in. That way, if the person wanted to make a cluster or do notes or what have you, they're there. I did glue this lace onto this page since the last video, so that's new. And I didn't want to add anything else because this page is just so beautiful. And this is one of the antique ephemera pieces that's just lovely. I love the handwriting. And on this next page, I've added a couple of things. So I've clipped in, and this paper clip is from my friend Steph. Thank you, Steph. She sent me this really lovely box of supplies just for fun. And one of the things in there were these really cute heart paper clips. So I used a couple of them in this journal. I have a couple of just little pages here that can be used for notes. There's an antique book page here. And then on this side, this is one of my favorite pieces of ephemera, and I was going to use it for something, and then I just really didn't want to use it. I just wanted to tuck it in here. It's just a piece of handwritten ledger, and it's like thin paper, and the handwriting is, it looks like it's bleeding on the page a bit, but it's just really pretty. And it is an actual ephemera piece. It's not a photocopy. I have a little piece here of just some watercolor on ledger, a nice empty spot for note-taking, same here. I added this ribbon, and I found this, and the color was just perfect. So I wanted to add it to this, and I added it somewhere else. You'll see in just a little bit. This was the center that I really didn't want to cover up because I just love this digital. This is one of my favorites in the collection from Jenifer. So I just adhered a small piece of laces to dangle off of here, and I included an antique ledger page just clipped, and that's it. This was the piece of, gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it was the cluster that I made, and I had a couple of things glued on here, and it just, I don't know, it didn't feel right. When I was trying to find a place to put it in the journal, it was just too much. It just didn't look right to me. So I went ahead and took out some of the things. I kept this loose piece of tulle here that's stapled on, and then this really nice antique voided check with the watercolor on the ledger page here. So I just left that. I love this little cluster. I love this little cabinet card. This cabinet card, this is a photocopy of the cabinet card, and I just did a little bit of watercolor on there. And I really, really love this image of this girl. I did a little cluster here, so I'm gonna take off the paper clip. And it's really just a couple of pieces of trim that are stapled onto just like a little scrappy pad here. And there's lots of places to write. And this is just an antique book page. And I just have them all clipped here. I made a lace pocket on this page, and I have this antique rag book page, and it's one of the end pages, and I just love it because you can see and feel the texture, and it has just a teeny bit of handwriting back here. It's one of my favorite pieces, so I just tucked it in. It can be used for note-taking or something else. And here there's just, these are pages you've seen if you've watched the other videos, and these are antique ledger pages. I did add another pocket here, and this is that ribbon again, and I laced it through one of the vintage French laces and used it here at the bottom. And then I just have another copied cabinet card with just a couple little watercolor enhancements, and then just a cardstock copy of one of the digitals, one of my favorite digitals, with just blank space inside. And I know you guys have seen these pages. I folded over that ribbon there and have that piece there. I thought it was so pretty. And I glued another piece of that lace here with that ribbon running through it. It's really, really such a beautiful shade of like purpley blue lavender color. I think I've added this since the last video. I'm trying to remember what I've added that you guys haven't seen. This is just a really, really soft old ruffle lace. And when I glued it down, it was kind of wonky when it was being glued down. So I just added this here so that it looked straight and you couldn't see all the wonky edges. That's kind of a trick I use if I'm ever gluing something and the edges are like wonky. I just add something else over it. That's actually why this purple one was added back here, which I think I'm going way too far. The purple one was added because when I came back to this page and was adding that little piece, it just looked, I don't know, it looked uneven, and I really, really like for things to look nice and straight in my journals. And then the last thing, here's another one of those onion skin pages. The last thing I made, I thought this was really cute. It reminds me of like a cake. I wanted to do another lace pocket with that really, really beautiful wide French lace. And I wanted to include just a couple of little pieces to jot down some notes and a little envelope. So I have it stacked here so that it looks like a cake. This piece right here is stapled together, and it's just a cluster of a couple of things. And then the top, to look like the flames, I just used like a French eyelash kind of lace. And then this on the back is a metallic ribbon that's kind of frayed, and I thought it just looked like a flame for a candle. There's a cute little pocket, and this part is from that vintage Pirouette Christmas. So I'll link that below, just a little envelope. And then this is just a folded over ledger page. And so I just assembled them so that they looked like a cake. I don't know why, I just thought it was cute. I had 2 pieces in there and it reminded me of a cake, and so I thought that I would kind of go with that and do the other layer. I'm just trying to get that in there without ripping any of the sides. So I just push that one in, and then this is all together. And then it just kind of stacks back there like a little cake. And that is it. So that is my journal. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will be back soon with some more projects. If you are interested in this journal, just let me know. I am not sure yet if I'm going to list it on my Etsy shop, which I'll link below, but if it's something you're interested in, I'm probably not going to list it for a couple days while I think about it. I don't even really know what to price it. So yeah, let me know if you're interested, and I'll leave my information below. Thanks guys. Have a great evening and a good weekend. Bye.